the scrimmage. We either have a long way to go on defense or we're better than I think on offense. And I don't know how to answer that because the offense, I won't say dominated, but they definitely won the scrimmage. It's a little disappointing because the last practice we had, which would have been Thursday, we kind of challenged the defense because the offense kind of dominated on Thursday. So in this battle of spring practice, you're always battling one side doing well and the other side not doing well, and then it usually is a seesaw, right? It goes up and back, up and back. Didn't happen today. We had a lot of situations out there, and the offense outperformed the defense, which is disappointing. Starting to, we're getting a little thin inside, so guys are getting worn down, but, we also lost, I don't know how many seniors last year on defense, but 4 or 5 of those guys that were in the draft were pretty good players. Even Leonard, Jordan, Deloach, big guy inside, Dawson. I mean, it's starting to pick up out there and see it. We challenged the offense to run the ball better. They did. Sonny had a couple nice runs. We missed tackles on those runs. So we're not tackling very well on defense, and it's frustrating. We had some undisciplined penalties out there. I was really disappointed altogether with the scrimmage, and I told the kids that. Frustrating. Some explosive plays we gave up, and that's kind of where it's at. Very frustrating. For a windy day that you would think it would be challenging to throw the ball, we threw and caught it okay. We didn't throw and catch it as good as we did last scrimmage, but we ran the ball better. And that's tough to do with the limited number of healthy backs we got. So that's kind of where it is.
Did the quarterback rotation, was it the same as it's been in recent, or did Eason move up at all?
No, it was very similar to the last scrimmage. Eason went with the 3s, but he also went with the 2s and rotated in there. So, and Bryce and Grayson both went with the 1s and the 2s to make the reps come out equal between all of them.
Is that where is the one offense the one that's getting it done?
Really, to be honest with you, both. I mean, I'll be dead honest with you. We did do more good on good today. I felt like, I told you last scrimmage, it was 1s versus 2s, and then 2s versus 1s. We took a 10-play set and added that to make it 1s versus 1s to get a little better competition. So there was more 1s on 1s and more 2s on 2s. But yes, the 1 offense kind of won the battle against the 1 defense, and the 2 offense won the battle against the 2 defense. It is what it is. We can't sugarcoat it. We didn't have a couple sacks. Or last scrimmage we had more than that. So we protected the quarterback better on offense. We didn't affect the quarterback on defense, and it's just disappointing defensively, especially because I feel like I have a hand in that, trying to help out, and we're not playing well enough. We've got too many busts, a lot of confused kids.
Could you talk a little bit about the G-Day format? I'm not sure how much you've what the plan is for 4 quarters.
Maybe 4 quarters. We're going to release some information, I think. Talking to Josh probably midweek on that to finalize it. It's going to depend a little bit on who's healthy too. So how we come out of this scrimmage, how we come out of Tuesdays will dictate how long we go. But the format will be that will be a game format, scoring format, not some kind of point system or anything like that. And, we'll probably have some running clock in there. We'll also create some 2-minute situations where they have to go hurry up at the end of the half and hurry up at the end of the game to create those situations for the quarterback. A little more excitement, forcing you to throw the ball even if you have the lead. So there's competitive nature in that. But the exact details will come out.
Will you have live kicking and live returning?
Not sure yet. Probably not. We haven't been doing that in these situations. We've been doing live field goals, rush and block, but not necessarily on kickoff return.
Kirby, you start to see any more of your younger receivers starting to step up and show they're able to stretch the field maybe a little bit more than what you would thought?
To be honest, no. I mean, we had some vertical plays out there today. I think Reggie Davis had a big play, but obviously he's not a younger receiver. We didn't have as many explosive plays in the passing game, so it didn't show up much. I tell you what, I thought the receivers blocked better because that created some lanes on the run game. In the last couple of practices, I noticed Chidbu and Jason Stanley had both blocked people who get physical. And I think in this offense, the one that Coach Cheney, those guys have, you got to have some guys that are willing to block at the point of attack and ride out. And those kids are taking a little pride in it, and they're blocking us up. Plus, we're not real big at DB.
Coach, you said sort of towards the start of the spring, if y'all had a game coming up soon, that Bryce would be the punter. Is that still the case?
Yeah, that'd be the case right now. He punted. I don't know how many times we punted total today. I think we had maybe 6 or 7 scripted, and I think he punted 3 or 4 of those.
Judging from your comments about receivers blocking, you guys ran the ball a little bit better today.
That's what I was saying earlier, they ran the ball a little better today, they did, they were physical at the point of attack, and it's surprising because of the limited number of backs. You know, but we were still able to run the ball. We even lost Nick Moore today, the kid that's been playing a good bit of running back, he got a slight MCL, so we're down a little bit. We did get a chance to use Shaqiri a little bit, I know you guys asked about that, he got to play a little bit. Special situations to get back there. I'm glad we did because we were running out of backs today, so he got to play a little bit back there.
Speaking of which, Brentford saw was back in black today after being, I guess, in the regular jersey. They got a step back or just so y'all be cautious.
No, he just been cautious on the tackling day, so we were going to tackle live today and felt like he needed to be in a black jersey, and he had to carry it some. He's done a nice job. That's a tough kid, you know, to go out there and he's been thud and tag off with a black jersey, but we can't run the ball without him. So I'll tell you another guy today that really stuck out was Tay. You know, Tay has grown up a lot. He's had to. I don't know how many times he carried it, but it was in the teens, and he ran physical and tough behind his pads. Like I said, I can't say that it's because we can run the ball so well if we just can't stop the run. But one of the two's going on.
Kirby, you mentioned pass pro. It's been pretty good. Saw Isaiah was with left tackle, I guess first team. Does that have a lot to do with it?
You know, I don't know. I'll have to judge the tape, but like last scrimmage, it was very poor pass pro. I mean, it was bad. This scrimmage, it was much better. But we did try to run the ball more, which when you run the ball more, it protects those tackles. And they're not on the island, but I did think that we had a better pocket today, and we blocked better. And it was a different 5 up there. And so if it was because Isaiah was there and Gallagher was a guard, it may have been because we ran it better, but certainly it was more efficient. The quarterback, I mean, I stand behind them during the scrimmage, and I could see down the field. Last time it was chaos in there.
Did you tell any of them that me and Sam flew up to go see somebody who could take one of your spots if you're not?
No, I didn't say anything about that. I thought you were saying y'all flew up, but no, I didn't know. So I'll say y'all were right behind me then. But that was a late night last night, but no, I'm sure they know because it's all out, you know. But again, that's a situation where we're going to give him a great opportunity. He's got a great opportunity to make our team better.
How did you switch up your offensive line, your front 5 today?
It's been like it's been for the last, I guess, what would y'all say? Y'all been out there and worn those 3 practices.
3, yeah.
So Tuesday, Thursday, and today. And we stuck with the units that were out there Tuesday, Thursday, which was basically Isaiah working at left. Kendall kicked out of the 2s. Lamont went up with the 1s over at the other guard and still had Dashawn in there. So it was more productive. Why, I can't tell you. I reserve judgment until I watch the tape. But we were able to run the ball and throw the ball.
What do you like about Tyler and his ability to maybe come in and contribute as a graduate transfer?
I like his maturity. He's a very mature kid. He's a competitor. He's got a really good body type for left tackle. And looking for him to come in and compete right away. It's not like it's a deal where you can sit down there and say, hey, you're coming in 4th string. You got to come in and compete and get out there and challenge. It's going to be a big deal for him to come in and learn and pick up the system really fast too. He's going to be learning something totally new to him.
Kirby, on quarterbacks, could something happen between now and G-Day for you to announce something about a starter? Or do you think that this is going to go into August?
I think it's going to go into August. I think it has to because I think that I need to use this game to judge because this is hopefully going to be a real game environment. So I wouldn't want to name anybody going into it. We do have to figure out how we want to manage it because obviously there's 2 teams and there's 3 quarterbacks. So you do the math. You know, do you let one, let the 2 guys go with the 1s? Do you let Jason go to, Jacob go to the 2s? And we got to talk about that as a staff. We may even roll those guys so they're not on one team, because we've got to get the evaluation we need. That's the most important thing. It's not just who's with what group or it's how many reps we can get them. Because we're trying to get the right number of reps. We hadn't decided that. You haven't even talked about it yet.
Is there any area on defense in this scrimmage that you can kind of put your finger on that this guy or this group played well or kind of did their job?
Absolutely not. Just poor performance altogether, to be honest with you. I mean, there was a couple turnovers. There's a pick, so you could say, well, that's good, but the same guy gets picked, gives up a big play. It comes down to execution. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I see leadership on the offense. I see guys talking in the huddle. I don't see it on defense. It's like everybody's waiting around on somebody else. It's just not there. And we've got to do a good job as coaches to develop it and kind of, I don't know, massage it until we get it rolling. We don't have that right now. You know, I told Lorenzo, you got to be a leader. Dom, you got to be a leader. Dan Bellamy, you got to be a leader. Nate Tress, you're a sophomore, you got to be a leader. We don't have the leadership out there that we need. Everybody's looking at everybody else. And when that happens, you got to do it as a coach. So as coaches, we're trying to challenge those guys and push them. Even Trenton, he's got to play better. So we're just not playing real good defensively.
How is Kimbrough doing? You missed a little
He
time.
missed that practice. He had some academic issues he had to focus on. So we allowed him to miss practice to focus on his academic situation that he's in. He's centered on that and working on it. Of course, we had him back out there today, but he had to focus on his academics there for a 48-hour window.
Kirby, I'm sure you don't mind Herschel being around the program as much as he can.
Absolutely.
What did you take away from him being with you guys today?
First-class person. Enjoyed every time I ever got a chance to be around him, and I think that he represents and embodies what this place is about. I think it's important for the players to understand that. You know, I don't know how many players know what all this guy's done in his history for the University of Georgia, what he's meant to come back to a track meet and be back for that. He's giving of himself, and I don't think enough of our guys realize that. I think enough of our guys are willing to give of their time to whatever it is, and this guy's given so much to this place. And I think that's important for them to know, and we told them that.
And you said you had a plan in place if the satellite camp thing was coming to fruition, but the NCAA kind of struck it down. What are your thoughts, knowing that it's out of the question now?
Thoughts as far as how
As
you feel about it? Or,
yeah, as how you feel about
You
it.
know, we were gung-ho, we were going to do what we had to do. We were going to go compete and go do some satellite camps. But to be honest with you, it's probably a sigh of relief for as far as the stress of having to go out and control the controllable. I mean, it was hard to say who's going to go, what coaches go, who stays. Do you do it during your camps? You got camps going on here, you got camps going on there. There were a lot of questions that still had to be answered, and that just takes that away. So it was like probably a little bit of a relief in that regard.
On Thursday, Jeb talked a lot about the growth he's seen in Isaac Nana. What have you seen from him this spring?
I have seen him improve because early on he was struggling to block, dropping his head, not being physical, and hey, he's supposed to be in high school, and he's improved. He's gotten tougher. He's got more physical. He dropped some balls early that I think were easy catches. He's starting to catch tough balls. So he's growing up. He needs to because we want to use multiple tight end sets. He's got to be ready to play.
Last question.
Did Herschel meet with the team? Or?
He spoke right before the scrimmage. Just let him. I think he had to be over here for the track meet, so he couldn't talk at the end of it. He just gave a few words.
Well, just real quick question, just a little housekeeping question. Mirko Djokovic, I know hasn't been out there practice. Joseph Ledbetter, are they hurt, injured, or what's the deal?
Yeah, Mirko has been injured. I think he had a dislocated kneecap. He had surgery to repair that, and he's rehabbing. And Joseph's just not on the team right now. So, thanks, Eric.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Coach.